Hello, this is OldCrowBalthazor. Welcome to Balthazar's Strategic Arcane. It's just my continuing multiplayer match versus StrategyWolfGames with the Shadow of the Tsars scenario. It comes with the DLC Empires and Turmoil for Strategic Command, World War I. Let's go. I'm playing the Bolsheviks. He's playing the White Factions. This should be episode 42. So we're 1921. I've never gone this far in this scenario. I believe it's going to either be the end of March or early April 1921. We'll see. It's wintertime. So I think it was like 45 days in this scenario in the winter. It goes down to like 10 days in the summer. I think 15 in the fall. I don't know. All the scenarios are a little bit different if there's seasons involved. Anyway, and I haven't played a turn for about 7 days because I've been involved in all kinds of other stuff going on while I was recording this. But we had content way out. We finally got way forward. We got really short a couple times. So StrategyWolfGames StrategyWolf was at another wedding. How many weddings did you go to? 5 or 6 if you watch this. My God. All in one season. Must be your age group or something, because my age group, we go to funerals. Yeah. On that somber note, speaking of funerals, well, they're going to be singing the dirge pretty soon. All the revolutionaries all over the world hoping that we were going to be able to overturn capitalism and ignorance here in Russia. It'd be an interesting timeline when we're defeated. What would happen? What would happen in Germany? Would there be a World War II? We're going to fight to the end. It'll be unfortunate if the national morale falls to 0 before he can get into Petrograd, or it'll be fortunate. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like the national morale taking it, going to 0 and taking you out of the game. If you're a bitter ender like I am. Oh, he cut the train. That's gonna die. Well, he's just gonna trip me anyway, and that's what all he's had to do for a long time. But we're standing. We'd rather die standing than live on our knees, man. Emiliano Zapata. He's a hero of mine, by the way. Look him up. I actually met Zapatistas in the 80s in Mexico. Insurrection, indigenous insurrection down in Chiapas, southern part of Yucatan, anyway, in Chiapas. Look at these guys, hold! I love it. Do you even have enough room? I don't even think we need to move. Throwing spitballs is on. That's good weather. March 24th. Okay. All right. Well, there's the 45 days. I think the last time was February 10th. Something like, yeah. 28 days in February? Or 29 if it's a leap year. I don't know if we had a leap year. Let's see where we are. We're at 2% now. We were at 4. Where's the Brits? At 6. God damn it. See, our fighting spirit will go up once those bastards are gone. But we could do some liquidating. Oh, yes. Are we dug in here? No, but we're here. Let's go ahead. Who is this? Oh, joy. Oh, we're going to have a field day. Yeah, let's don't get too jumpy here. We can get some work done. Look at that. Yeah, he pulled off all the northwestern whites, at least like the Estonians and stuff. Yeah, southern whites. Yeah. So Udenich is back here being Udenich. being corrupt, being revisionist, being an extreme right-winger, hatching a plot against Estonians. Estonians, take note. So what do we do here? Yeah, we're entrenched here. We're not entrenched here. I would say you got Budioni with... Oh boy, you're... Let's see what we can do. We could get you out by rail. How much? Like it really matters. It does. End game is everything. Oh wait. 23. We got 85. How are we looking here? Look at that. 0. Oh, let's start here. Let's have a riot. Well, if we should hold at Novgorod. $85. That's 40. See? Hello. Oh, am I enjoying myself? Now, we got to get you out. You're going to be safe because I'm going to kill this thing somehow. Yeah, you see, we could play the cards right here if we try. Let's whack that. Oh, that hurt. Damn it. Really? Alright. That was a bummer. Oh, joy. Don't run. Oh, you can't get in there. But... Train's loose now. Pull back, boys. Can't dig. I can't get in there. Damn it. Let's see. Well, unfortunately, we gotta do this. Balls. I'll try to hold there. That's all my money. Oh, shit. Supply 2. 2. Fuck. Let's get it. Yeah, that bites. You could retreat. He's just gonna. Should we stay in Novgorod? Or we get out? I say we escape. Yeah. What was that? The love boat? Was it love? No, it wasn't the love boat. I was thinking of who was the little guy that said, the plane, the plane. And we're going, the train, the train. These things are pretty tough. I don't want to lose it. Not our red heroes. No honors, though. Well, we give you an honor. You got lots of pretty red flags. I gotta take the full brunt of it. Supply 4. We don't know. Oh, 7. Yeah, we vacated. 5, 3, 4. Yeah, he's decent here, not here though. That is ripe. So is this though. But he'd be talking all the swamp. Come on, British, go away, man. Come on. Because it's just gonna end with they surrender. I wouldn't surrender. I don't think these guys would either. Well, it is what it is. This might be my last time I can actually say anything. The revolution will live forever, whether here on Earth or Mars, like in 500 years, red Mars, or out in the stars. People will be free from capital and avarice. There we are. March 24th, 1921. So we stand with our middle fingers out to y'all. Come and try to get some. All right, do you want his turn? Yeah. Oh, we surrendered. It's over. Oh, okay. That sucked. One turn. The Finnish notice of Bolshevik weakness on the border. Parsons. Oh, wait. What? White decisive victory. Look at this score. Oh my God. Oh my God. I wasn't prepared for an A. Wait. No, it's grade. All right. Do I get to... All right. Oh, shit. Yeah, he's covering... Look at all these units. He's covering all the pars, and look at that. Well, let's go to the MPPs from the beginning. Here's the reds. Got a little brief here. So, and then you look at the southern whites. This is southern white money. That's how fast it went up. Euro white, no. It starts to go up. That's only after I evacuated. It's real low. Northwestern white. Oh wait. Northern white. All right. I don't need to look anything else, but look at all those units. So no matter how valiant a fight, so I went after the Euro whites. I did it. I went with was historical. They went and tried to crush them. Now I don't know. You know, I could have held off for a little while. The thing is here, and where I think some more changes we need. I'm sorry, Ryan, if you watch this, because we've done this twice already. I know, I get it. The first beta before it was released, and then the second one. Again, I could have went down here on the southern whites, but I would have had to leave everything in the east. You know, I could have left the units that were there to barely hold on. And the whites get the Euro whites get a bunch of cores. I would have had to retreat. Could have went all out on here. The issue is the pulls. They're going to get you in the flank no matter what you do, because they can go all the way out here. Now, I don't know, it's not just the Ukrainian border, because they were able to get into here in Gomel without any problem. So I don't know how you do it. The Poles got to Kiev and here, and that's as far as they wanted to go. So you might have to make the policy line like this. I will guarantee you, I think it might be okay in single player. See, that's another deal. When you when you design these games, there's a single player play where you have some options with AI. And so with the Bolsheviks, I could beat the whites on veteran. I know I could, but it'd be a good game. It'd be hard, but I don't play single player. I play multiplayer. So when multiplayers come in and say there's a balance issue, well, they're only looking at it from a balance issue, from a multiplayer point of view. And this one has big balance issues. Nothing against what StrategyWolf did, because he did good. He figured out the meta. And this is a mirror match. We had the same thing happen. I lasted a little longer, I think, than, but not much. When I played the whites, I did the same thing. I trounced him. And he did try to contest here, but then he, you know, it was a grind, but I was able to overwhelm him slowly but surely here and here. Here I left it, figuring I could take out the Euro whites and then segue here or to the northwestern whites and just hold. But it's the mines and the cities and the capitals. They all generate money. These places here, you didn't get Pody or anything like that, but you did get that, so it wasn't too bad. But the Poles, again, that they can get all the way to Kharkov. And even Huliopo, I think, is too much. And definitely down here. So I don't know where the line is. But, you know, you can get Poles in here. You just don't want to cross Belgorod. So, but that line, as far as I know, he has a location somewhere for the Poles. If they cross it, then they get a national morale hit. Now, I think the national morale hit should be even more. Let's go look at the Poles. Let's go with the reports. So speaking of the Poles, let's go to the grass. Let's look at their fighting spirit. So they stayed at 100. They would drop once in a while because he crossed the line. I really think that it should be a huge drop if they cross the line. Because the Polish population and the parliament was really against them going in deep into Russia. It was General Pilsudski that advocated going to small. It's a greater Poland like in the 1600s, right? Or he even thought about some kind of a union of Slavs, and Poles. But he was really over the fringe on far right. He was still a good commander and everything like that. It was just politics. It was way to the right, revanchist and expansionist. So the line here works, but it don't work down here. They shouldn't be able to cross the Dnieper, but how do you design that? I don't know. I don't think they should. Kiev, yeah. Be Surkov, yeah. Odessa, probably. But no, none of this. So if you do play Bolsheviks in multiplayer, be warned. Yeah, if you're lucky, you might be able to take Novosibirsk. And if there's Don Cossacks outside these borders, they'll be lost. But if they're inside the borders, they'll be lost, I think. Yeah. If they're outside, they're safe. I think that's how it is. But anyway, so there's a possibility we could have did that. Even did Rostov. I'd thrown everything, but I would have had to strip everything from over here. So now historically over here, Estonia never lost its independence. So going all out on the Northern Whites, it all surrenders, right? And the Northwestern Whites actually got up into here, and then they got stalled out. We were able to stop them for a while until they got the rail link. The other thing was again with the Poles. Historically, once the Bolsheviks got this right here and put the Southern Whites on the back burner, the Southern Whites were still pretty strong here, and then the Ural Whites, they were still fighting. They were able to put their energies in March 1920 on the Poles, tried to make it to Warsaw, and they got defeated. Anyway, I don't know how to. I don't know. I think that the Bolsheviks should make a lot more money, at least in the core here. So if they do elect to give this up, if this isn't changed here, that they should be making at least 400 MPP, at least here in the core. So more than when I'm. Let me go back. Again, this is based on a mirror match here. So let's go look at here again. So here's my core. Almost 450 it jumped. I don't remember why that happened like that. And then it just started eroding. And then of course our losses. But we couldn't cover. I couldn't hardly ever buy any units. At one point I bought like 3 divisions, but any other units? No. I was buying back broken units. But new units? Yeah, I think only 3 in the whole game. I could be wrong about that. But I couldn't buy armored trains, tanks. So again, part of it is probably flawed strategy on my part. I mean, could have went after these guys, but again, whatever you send up north, you're going to have enough to crush them, and they're going to be out of the picture for a long time. So you go and get the Archangel, you get some good loot there, and then all the way up to Murmansk, you're going to need 2 HQs. So it's a big expedition. It can be done though, but it's going to be. You're going to need some corps to do it, to defeat their divisions and stuff. That's funny. So, I don't know. But I know a lot of people have talked to me privately or have sent me PMs or whatever. And so please write in the comments what kind of fixes you think need to be done. And mind you, again, that what you do for multiplayer could really skew it for single player. So, but with single player, again, you have the option of different levels from beginner basically to the default. I guess would be intermediate, the veteran and expert, and then you can do custom settings too. So with the Bolsheviks, yeah, I don't do single player. It doesn't rock me. It doesn't rock me. I'm sorry, but but 90% or 95% of people play these games, maybe even more, do single player. So yeah, if you want the Reds to have a, if you're playing single player, want to have a real good challenge, knowing how strong the whites can get, but you're a pretty good player. You have a basic understanding of the mechanics and everything like that. Take your time and enjoy what you're doing. You could get a victory. If you want challenging, you can ratchet it up against the AI. Multiplayer, though, my conclusion is whites make too much money. I don't know what else to say. So anyway, with that, thanks StrategyWolfGames for the mirror match, and we'll see all you guys on the virtual battlefields. Thanks for the likes and comments. Again, yeah, any ideas? If you think there's a balance or if I'm wrong about this, let me know. All right. We'll see you guys on the virtual battlefields. I'm gone.